In the news, ex-Speaker Dogara stripped of traditional title in Bauchi. Analyst opines prison attack shows ISIL absolutely growing stronger. Cameroon's goalkeeper Ahmada recovers from COVID-19 hours to Cameroon clash.
This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Merciful Ajinamo, and this is TOS News 360.
A former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has been suspended by the Emir of Bauchi, Relwano Adamu, as Jakadan Bauchi. The suspension followed the attacks on the convoys of the Emirs of Bauchi and Das, Bili Aminu Othman, on December 31st, 2021, by hoodlums on their way to Muari for the 21st anniversary of a late leader and crusader Peter Gondo. The First Lady of Nigeria, Aisha Buhari, has demanded for capital punishment for the murderer of Hanifa Abubakar, the 5-year-old Kano girl that was abducted and murdered by her teacher. Buhari shared a short clip of a sermon by an Islamic scholar, Abdullah Gadon Kaya, who in the video called on the federal government and human rights groups to pick up the case of Hanifa and ensure that justice is served immediately. A former Commissioner for Finance, Budget and Economic Planning in Osun State, Dr. Wale Boloronduro, has asked Governor Adigboyega Oyetola to tell people of the state the total loans that were taken and what they were used for during the administration of Rauf Aribishala, because he was the chairman of Debt Management Office at the time. In a statement on Sunday, Bolorunduro asked the Osun Masterminds Group to direct all information relating to debt profile of the state to him, adding that Oyetola was the supervisor of all debt issues and was the government official who sat over all cases of approvals for allocation of funds for projects. Guinea's junta on Saturday set up an 80-member council to act as parliament during the country's transition to elections, according to a decree read on the state broadcaster following a coup in September that ousted President Alpha Conde. The body, known as the National Transitional Council, will be led by a prominent civil society activist and election expert, Danta Kuroma, and be tasked with agreeing the date of the next elections, the decree said. At least 16 people were killed while 8 others were seriously injured by a fire that hit a nightclub in Cameroon's capital Yaoundé, the government said. The Sunday blaze was accidental and caused by fireworks being used in the club, it added.
This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching TOS News 360. More national, Africa and sports stories when we return. Do stay with us.
Welcome back. The United Kingdom's High Court has ruled in favor of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, given approval that he can take legal fight against extradition to the United States to the Supreme Court. While the court in London gave Assange permission to appeal, the Supreme Court must agree to accept the case before it can move forward. The decision is the latest step in Assange's long battle to avoid trial on a series of charges related to WikiLeaks' publication of classified documents more than a decade ago. Analysts have said the browsing ISIL attack on a prison in northeast Syria and the ensuing 5 days of fighting with the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces is a reminder of the armed group's growing strength. The complex operation saw 2 car bombs detonate outside the prison, holding more than 3,000 ISIL detainees in conjunction with 200 assailants, cutting off neighborhoods' route in Hasakeh city and attacking a nearby military base. More than 100 people have been killed and tens of thousands of civilians have reportedly fled the fighting. It was the largest attack by ISIL in Syria since the fall of its so-called caliphate in 2019. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has ordered an inquiry into claims by a Muslim former minister that she was sacked from the government because of her faith. His spokesperson said the claims by Nusrat Ghani, a former junior transport minister, have sparked fresh controversy for Downing Street as Johnson awaits the findings of a different inquiry into Partygate revelations. Johnson had initially urged Ghani to file a formal complaint through the Conservative Party, but she declined, arguing that the allegation centered on government rather than party work. The Kano State women have received assurance that they will benefit from the ongoing $21.31 million 5-year Kano State Agro-Pastoral Development Project implementation through a loan facility from the Islamic Development Bank. The facility includes a grant component from Live and Livelihood Funds. The fund is being invested in the development of a sustainable agro-production system in the state. Comoros goalkeeper Ali Ahmada have tested negative for COVID-19 days after his rumored positive COVID-19 result and will be available for the round of 16 of the African Cup of Nations against Cameroon today. During the COVID-19 test carried out this Monday morning, Ali Ahmada tested negative. According to L'Equipe, the goalkeeper should be able to play against Cameroon in Yaoundé in the round of 16 if he passes the additional examinations.
And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African News Network. For more update, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Merciful Ajinomo. Thanks for watching.